Okay, you're going to take a look at Faces of Stone by David Gilmour from the Rattle That Lock album from 2015. Helix and Variax as always, but you could adjust the patches for different guitars should you wish. Set up for 4 snapshots, so everything's automated to change when you go through the snapshots. We've got an acoustic guitar setting, a rhythm guitar setting, solo 1 and solo 2. So we shall go in and have a look at what we've got going on. So for the acoustic, got it on acoustic 5. Volume is up at 10, as is the tone. We've then just got a volume pedal there. Into the LA Studio Comp 2.6 and 5, Studio preamp, and then a bit of EQ. What we're doing with it, we're boosting some highs, boosting a little bit of the mids, and taking some lows out of it. Then a smattering of delay, and some plate reverb. There's also a gain block. I was going to use that to level the patches out. So I'll actually turn that off now because it doesn't need to be on. It's not doing anything. So I'll just take a quick listen. It's just a very simple acoustic sound, really. Okay, there you go. So, next one. Bit of a rhythm electric sound. If you listen carefully to the song, there's something picking out chords. It could be acoustic, it could just be a clean electric. So I've gone with a clean electric. Now, using the LA Studio Comp still, 4 and 5 on the peak reduction and gain. Still using a preamp. Now, for the amp, I'm using the litigator model. There's very little as to what this... or what much of Rattle That Lock was recorded with. There's some pictures in circulation, but other than that, there's not a great deal of details. It could have been done on a Fender style amp, it could have been done on a high watt, it could have been done on anything. It sounds like a Fender to me. What I've found is the litigator is really, really good for a Fender Twin sound. The only problem is it's not very clean. So we've had to back the master down and the drive down. Bass is at 3, mid at 7, treble at 6, and everything else is pretty much as it comes out of the box. That is then going into 2 twin cabs, both made with 87 condensers, one 12 inches off, 60% early reflections, and the other 0% early reflections and 1 inch off. Now, we've got a split before that. So, there is what would be 70%, if you like, going into the cabin, 30% into a rotary block. So I'm using the Vibe rotary. Everything is up 100% on the mix, 10 on the horn, and it's note synced to a whole note at 80 beats a minute. So it's a really slow modulation. And I'm just using this to control the amount of modulation I want in the patch. And that's the same for the 2 solos. I'll talk about them in a bit. Bit of delay set for 8th notes, and again the plate reverb, and we'll turn that off, that doesn't need to be on. So I'm using, that should be on Spank 1. So we'll have a quick listen and see what you think. So there you go, nice simple clean sound. If you want to pick some of the chords out, maybe doing it in a 2 guitar band or something. There's all sorts going on the original recording, clarinets and harpsichords and all sorts of mad shit. I've got a cracking backing track for it that someone off YouTube kindly gave me. It's very, very good. So next one, get into the meat now. Solo 1. So Spank 5. Shed load of compression. So the gain is at 5, peak reduction at 10, and I've got the Scream 808 with 4.5 on the gain, 3 on the tone, 8 on the level, going into our preamp, usual settings, into the litigator. Now, drive on 4, and the master up full and the sag up full. Now, if you listen to the track, it's what I would describe as a clean, saturated tone. It's really open, but it's got like a baggy saturation to it. It's the only way I can describe it, really. So it comes down then into 2A, and we've got our split, 70 again, into the rotary block. Delay, reverb, and again, we don't need that, so we should turn it off and save it. And just have a quick playthrough and see what you think. So there you go, it's that one. So solo 2 changes up a bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. So you'll see the first thing, Variax model 2.1. That is the black Strat on its bridge pickup. So it's that high output bridge pickup, and I've modelled through the Variax software. Basically, it's a Strat with a P90 and a higher output pickup. So if you're using Variax, you're going to have to stick something else in there, otherwise you might get some funny sounds. Maybe just spank one or something. I don't know, up to you. Same on this, bit more gain this time. Distortion, got the Scream up at 9, boosted the tone up. Into the preamp, that's the same. Litigator, same. Took a bit, there's a bit more rotary in this signal, just a little bit more, and I've also added an EQ block and took out a load of mid gain at the 2 kilohertz. If you don't, the rotary block sounds quite boomy on this setting for some reason, so it seems to have worked. It's done the trick for me. Delay, reverb, and that again, which we don't need, so we should get rid of it. Save it, and we'll have a quick listen, see what it sounds like. So there you go, a bit more bite in the second solo. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to YouTube, say something nice in the comments box. If you think it's shit, say it's shit in the comments box, but let me know what you think. Any suggestions, I'll do my best to do them, so let me know and I'll be back with something else.